So then guys, in 2026, we are going to be getting a brand new iPhone, an iPhone Fold. And I, for one, am super excited about this new iPhone. And today I want to tell you about 10 leaks and rumors and details about it, and also covering over the release date and price too. So let's get started with number one, and that's to do with the design. And in fact, I've done a 3D print of a mock-up of the design for the iPhone Fold. Let's take a closer look at my desk at this. So you can see here, I've printed this out in red, what's the potential color that we have here. And obviously you can see how it folds open. It's a bit of a different design to your usual kind of foldable. It's a bit more like a wallet kind of design here, not like a full-on kind of book like we got with some other foldables out there. And even comparing it to my iPhone 17 Pro Max, you can see the size difference. It's definitely wider here, you know, even with the phone screen folded. But there again, if I open it up and then put my iPhone 17 Pro Max inside of it in a landscape position, you can also see the differences that we are going to be getting here. But yeah, it's cool to see a bit of a mock-up of the potential of what we are going to be getting with its design. But then that also leads me on to the second big leak that you guys want to know, and that's also to do with the actual screen sizes. So like I just showed in that mock-up just there, you did notice the screen is smaller on the actual front. And yes, it is, because we've been told that that front screen is now going to be probably a 5.5 inch display. Now we've actually had a 5.5 inch display in the past, and this was with the Plus models when we had the iPhone 6 Plus, the 6S Plus, the 7 Plus, the 8 Plus. You remember them. We had a 5.5 inch display. So this is going to be the same size as that, but then on the inside of this, when we actually open up the campus, and obviously it's going to be actually a 7.8 inch display on the inside of this. So we're talking just over or just under an inch bigger than what you get with the iPhone 17 Pro Max right now. But obviously, as we saw, it's a completely different sizing what we're going to get on the inside. And just in case you wanted to know, the old iPad mini, what used to have the home button at the bottom of it, well, that was a 7.9 inch display. So it's close to that kind of sort of sizing there. So yeah, this is definitely a different feel what Apple are going for with their foldable phone. And that also leads me on to the third big thing that you need to know, and that is a lot of you guys are wondering with this Fold, how bad is that crease going to be inside of it? Well, we've been told that Apple have actually developed kind of like a hydraulic kind of liquid hinge out there what prevents or really helps prevent a actual crease happening on their iPhone Fold model. And this is one of the big reasons why Apple are like 8-9 years late to the party in bringing a foldable phone. They didn't want a crease inside of their foldable. So they've been waiting for the right time, working with manufacturers to get that absolute right. And it looks like they're working with Samsung to develop this. And it looks like we're going to have a completely like non-crease phone in this foldable, what's going to be absolutely amazing. And also when you run your finger over the edge, it won't kind of dip in or anything like that, what other foldables do right now. So this is fantastic news to hear that Apple have been working on this. So yeah, this is something else to also be aware of. Now, the fourth thing you need to know about is actually what's this iPhone going to be made of? Well, it's most likely it's going to be made out of titanium. It's not going to be made out of aluminum or aluminium, depending where you are in the world, but titanium. Very similar to like what we got with the likes of the iPhone Air. And this obviously helps them, Apple, make it a lot thinner. And in fact, we've been told that most likely with this new iPhone, that when you actually have it closed, completely folded up, it's going to be around about 12 millimeters thick. But then obviously when you open it up, it'll probably be about 6 millimeters thick on the actual inside when you actually open it up. Now, I know there are some other phone manufacturers out there, for example, like Samsung, who've got theirs down to like 8.9 millimeters or 8.8 millimeters thick. So this is 3 millimeters thicker. But obviously this is Apple's first attempt. You've got to remember where Samsung came from, where they had their first foldable. It was uber thick back then. So yeah, this is going to be definitely interesting to see how Apple are going to develop this and see how this will go into the future. But yeah, just to be made aware, titanium, and then obviously it's going to be about 12 millimeters thick when it is closed, but obviously a lot thinner when you do actually open it up. But you guys have probably also noticed there's no Face ID on this screens here, on these renders. And this actually leads me on to the fifth big thing I want to tell you about. And it looks like that Face ID will not be on this iPhone. It looks like we're going back to Touch ID. And specifically, the Touch ID will be on the side of the iPhone. It will be a Touch ID button very similar to like we have with the regular iPad, the iPad Air, and the iPad Mini on the power button, so on the side here. And this does make a lot of sense because then you can authenticate yourself whether you have it open or closed, this iPhone Fold. So yeah, this does make a lot of sense that we won't have Face ID, but instead you'll have your fingerprint to authenticate this phone instead. So yeah, if you're a fan of Touch ID, this is coming back. So then guys, just quickly, I want to tell you about the new channel giveaway for this right here. That's right, I'm giving away a Mac Mini. And if you want to check out who won the last giveaway, well, the details are on the live stream on this channel. But let's talk about this giveaway right here. This giveaway is for an M4 Pro Mac Mini, and it's got 24 gigabytes of RAM inside of it, 512 gigabytes of storage, and I'm going to be giving it away to one lucky subscriber when we get to 800,000 subscribers. And to be honest, that is not that far away right now. Now, to enter into this giveaway, you just need to do 3 things. The first thing is you need to be a subscriber on this channel. And also, if you've got other friends and family out there who don't know about this channel, get them to subscribe too, because the closer we get to 800,000 subscribers, the closer and quicker I can give this away. But the second thing what you need to do to enter in is put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2026. Maybe you are going to be getting yourself a new MacBook Pro. Maybe you're going to get a Nintendo Switch 2. Maybe you're going to get yourself something completely different. Whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. And then finally, the third thing what you need to look out for is when we get to 800,000 subscribers, I will be making a video telling you details of a live stream to give away this Mac Mini, and in that video there'll be details like how to fill in a form and things like this, so you won't want to miss out on that. So that's another reason why you want to subscribe. And like I say again to you guys, make sure that you share this video or this part of this video with friends and family to get them to subscribe, because the closer and quicker we get to 800,000, the quicker I can give this away to that lucky potential winner. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is that sadly, there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, sending to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best to see right here. Please do report them. So moving on from this then, let's now talk about cameras then for this phone. Well, we've been told for cameras wise, there's going to be a total of 4 of them. And the reason why there's going to be 4 of them is that you'll have one in the front screen. So this will be when you have it actually closed. It'll be a little punch hole camera at the top. Obviously no Face ID, what we talked about already. But then obviously when you open it up, there'll be another camera on the actual inside again, maybe in the corner somewhere or something like that. But then on the rear of this phone, there'll only be 2 cameras on the back for camera 3 and 4. And mainly these cameras will probably be a wide and also ultra wide camera on the back. There probably won't be telephoto on the back of this phone. If you want to get telephoto kind of zooming here, then obviously that is what the likes of, say, the iPhone Pro models are for, because obviously that's more to do with that kind of sort of video kind of vibe, you know, photos. This is what not this phone is for. This phone is more of a notebook kind of companion, notepad, you know, you get the idea, an iPad idea. The cameras are not the main features here on this phone, even though they'll still be really good for what they are on it. So just be aware of that. There's only going to be 4 cameras. There won't be 5. There won't be an extra one on the back, but it does look like there will only be the ultra wide and the wide on the rear of this phone. But then after this, the next big thing you want to know about is battery life. And this leads us on to number 7 to do with that. We've been hearing that Apple are working to make or use those solid state kind of high density batteries out there. There's carbon kind of batteries out there. Obviously a lot of other manufacturers are using them right now. Honor, I know, is one company that uses them in their foldables. And it looks like this is something Apple are looking to adapt into their iPhone Fold phone. So probably most likely battery kind of sizing inside of this will probably be around about 5,300, 5,500 milliamp battery right now. What you've got to think of is like the iPhone Air right now. Obviously that has an over 3,000 milliamp battery, but do remember that's got a 6.5 inch display inside of this. So yeah, obviously we've got dual screen, things like this, slightly smaller. You can see what I mean. We could potentially have around about, say, about a 2,750 milliamp kind of battery on each side of this, obviously working together to give us around about, say, 5,500 milliamps in total. But they will be these new high density batteries, so that means battery life will be better and longer with it. And that, funny enough, does lead me on to the 8th big thing that we've heard about, and that's we will be getting the A20 Pro added to this phone as well. So this is the same chip that we're going to get in the iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max. This is also being added into this. So this is great news to hear. It's also going to be made on a 2nm chip, so it's going to be even more efficient and faster as well. So that will also help out with battery life. But then for the 9th big upgrade we've also heard with this phone is that it's also going to get the C2 chip and the N1 chip. The N1 chip we have right now, it's the Network 1 chip that Apple made custom. This gives us the ability to connect to Wi-Fi 7, for example. We're not quite there with Wi-Fi 8 yet. Might roll out later on this year, but obviously the phone won't get it this year, probably next year. But obviously it's still going to be great for battery life and helping out there. But we'll also get that C2 chip, the 2nd generation or 3rd generation if you don't count the C1X, where we'll be able to communicate with 5G connectivity, and this is going to be great news to hear. But that also leads me on to the 10th big upgrade we're also going to get with this foldable phone, and it looks like we're going to get satellite connectivity built into it too, helping out from that C2 chip. So this means that you'll be able to be in the middle of the desert, you'll be able to be in the middle of the jungle, you can stand in the middle of Greenland, for example, or anywhere, or even say on a plane, and you'll be able to connect to a satellite and still get data connection. I'm not expecting to get 4K kind of like downloads or streaming, but you'll be able to view articles and things like this potentially to begin with, but obviously that technology will evolve further in time. But this is definitely something that's going to be great to come out. But really guys, those are the 10 big upgrades. But the next thing that we've also been wanting to hear about is the release date and price. Well, it definitely looks like the release date is on set for 2026, and most likely it's going to be September time, coming along with the iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max. So look out for probably to the beginning to mid-September time when it will be coming out there. But then for the actual price wise, well, we've been hearing that Apple wants to stay competitive with its price, and that we've been told the baseline version is going to be close to say $2,000 US, but this will probably only give you like a 256 gigabyte model with it, or it will only give you the smallest amount there. But obviously if you go up to say a 1 terabyte, or even if they offer a 2 terabyte option, yeah, you could actually possibly going up to $2,700, even $3,000 for that kind of option there. So just be aware of that for the pricing of this new foldable iPhone that is coming out from Apple. But really guys, that is the latest and greatest we have for the iPhone Fold. Are you excited for it? Are you going to get one in 2026? Well, let me know in the comments below. And on that note as well guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, when you hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.